Okay, who would like to volunteer for this?
I can go, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay.
Om Agyana Trimadasya Gyana Jana Salakya Chaksur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkness, ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prachaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvashesha Sunyavadi Paschata Desatarini. I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken the shelter at His lotus feet. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Deva and delivering the Western countries which are filled with imperialism and voidism. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. I offer my obeisances to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa and all others in the line of devotion. Maha Mantra. Maha means great and mantra means second chance for deliverance. Mantras in Vedas, one is called the Maha Mantra or great mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The words Hare pronounced as Hare, Krishna pronounced as Krishna, and Rama rhymes with Rama are Sanskrit words. Hare is an address to God energy known as Radha, and Krishna is name of God, meaning he who is attractive to everyone. Rama means one who gives pleasure and enjoys life. When chanted, the Maha Mantra is a petition to God. O Krishna, O energy of Krishna, please engage me in your service.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Let's start the class. Okay, this is Bhagavad Gita chapter 7. The first 6 chapters are the bottom part of the braid. The last 6 chapters are the top part of the braid. And the middle 6 chapters, which is 7 to 12, is the fillings. The cheese and the patty and all, and the sauce and all that. So this is all on Bhakti. Chapter 7 to 12 is all on the devotional service to the Lord. Okay. So we take the blessings of Radha Krishna. They're so beautiful. And we ask them to bless us that we can always be devotional and in their service eternally. And also we can read the Bhagavad Gita and understand and apply in our life. So we can chant this mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, next. This is the Panchatattva. If you go to Mayapur, in Mayapur is in Bengal. Mayapur is in Bengal and it's a headquarters of ISKCON. It's a very huge temple and these deities are as big as you and me. They are life-size deities. Even Radha Madhava and all the gopis are also life-size in Mayapur. It's a very beautiful place. One day when the COVID is over, I'll organize a trip and all of us can go together if you are interested. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the center. this color on. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the center. This is Nityananda Prabhu, which is Balaram. This Advaita Acharya, which is, who can tell me? It is Mahavishnu and Shiva combined. Then Gadadhara is Radharani, and the last is Srivasadi, which is Nada. So we take the blessings of all of them, the Panchatattva. Just now we were reading Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi. Okay, so basically that is the Panchatattva. Before we start chanting, we always chant this mantra because to get the blessings of this Panchatattva. So when we chant, we will chant it nicely. Okay, this one is done. So we also take the blessings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. One day there was a reporter and asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, why you shave your head? Then Prabhupada said, it's better to have a cool head than whole legs, because the girl was wearing miniskirt. So Prabhupada just put it like that to the girl, that it's better to have a cool head because we shave our head, the sannyasi, so that they are a little bit more cool. Okay, and having cold legs is sometimes not very good for the health. Okay, who would like to read this? Volunteer?
Okay, Prabhu, can I read?
Yeah, a bit louder, please.
Okay. Understanding the Gita. The subject of Bhagavad Gita entails the comprehension of 5 basic myths. First of all, the science of God is explained, and then the constitutional position of the living entities, jivas. There is Ishvara, which means the controller, and there are jivas, the living entities which are controlled. If a living entity says that he is not controlled, but that he is free, then he is insane. The living being is controlled in every aspect, at least in his conditioned life. So in the Bhagavad Gita, the subject matter deals with Ishvara, the supreme controller, and the jivas, the controlled living entities. Prakriti, material nature, and time, the duration of existence of the whole universe or the manifestation of material nature. And karma, activity, are also discussed. The cosmic manifestation is full of different activities. All living entities are engaged in different activities. From Bhagavad Gita, we must learn what God is, what the living entities are, what Prakriti is, what the cosmic manifestation is, how it is controlled by time, and what the activities of the living entities are.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. So here, Bhagavad Gita is basically about Krishna. He is Ishvara. And the jivas, which are we. We are the jivas. We are the jivas here. We are all thinking, what are we going to do here? Why are we here? What is the true religion? What is the true path? Whether there is God or not, and how I can go to God, how I can do devotional service to the Lord, how I can get the mercy of the Lord, how I can make my life successful. So Bhagavad Gita is talking basically about Ishvara, God, which is Krishna, and Jivas, us. We are the, what we call, we are the spiritual beings. We are all eternal, correct? So now we are all eternal. So the living entities are controlled. We are controlled by, what are we controlled by? We are controlled firstly by the Lord. Secondly, we are controlled by Maya. Thirdly, we are controlled by our senses. We are controlled by our family. We are controlled. Everything we are controlled. Why? Because that's how things move. If you go and work in a company, the boss is the one who sets all the directives and all of you are controlled. You have to follow the certain directives, and on that basis, you do your job. So here, we all have to serve. Our basic constitutional position is to serve. And either we serve our own body, or we serve Maya Devi, or we serve the king, or we serve people who have money, all service. Even the dog is, we have to serve the dog also. If we keep a dog, we have to serve the dog. You cannot just keep a dog and say, go and cook yourself. No, it's not possible. You have to serve. So basically, we have to serve. And Krishna actually is also serving us. He don't need to, but he is serving us because of his love for us. So that is the difference between us and the Krishna. He is the controller, we are the controlled. So now, in this material world, there is the Jiva and Ishvara, and there is the Jiva. What else is there? And what is written here is we have material nature which is controlling us. Unless we go above the modes of material nature, then we can see our eternal self. Otherwise, we will be under loss. We are lost. And time, where we have a certain amount of time to born until die. So time, you cannot get back your time. Even the universe has a time. It will be destroyed and rebuilt. So then we have karma. As you do good, so you get good. As you do bad, so you get bad. So the Bhagavad Gita, these 5 main topics. There are many other topics, but these are the 5 major topics. The other are subdivided from there. So all living entities are engaged in different activities. From Bhagavad Gita, we must learn what God is, what the living entity is, what Prakriti is. Prakriti means, what is Prakriti? Material nature. And what is cosmic manifestation, and how is controlled by time. Cosmic manifestation is what? The universe and the activities of the living entity. We have only a short time. Use the short time to actually understand and get out of this material world forever. So if we don't want to read the Bhagavad Gita and we want to go and look here, look there, you know how confusing it is? It is very confusing because you don't have so much intelligence. There are so many people who make up their own religions. They think they are very clever. But finally, if they don't base their teachings on Bhagavad Gita, it all comes to just materialistic religious activities. Okay, so that's why Gita is above the materialistic religious activities. So we are starting on the knowledge of the Absolute. Okay, who would like to read this? Everyone got Bhagavad Gita, I hope.
I read, Prabhuji.
Sure.
And you have to guide me.
Okay, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Mai Asakta.
Mai Asatta.
Manapartha.
Manapata.
Yogam Yunjan.
Yogam Yunjan.
Mad Ashraya.
Mat Ashraya.
Asamsayam.
Asamsayam.
Samagramam.
Samargramam.
Yatha Yasi.
Yata.
Yasi.
Nasyasi.
Tatrinu.
Tachrunu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt.
Okay, can you also read Bhagavad Gita 7.2 from the Bhagavad Gita? Wait, let me check whether 7.2. 7.2 from the Bhagavad Gita. Just a
Okay. I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and nominal, by knowing which there shall remain nothing further to be known.
Yeah. So Krishna goes straight. He has already given 6 chapters. Now he has gone straight into the matter in this chapter. In this first verse itself, he said, you practice yoga in full consciousness of me. That means you do your work in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me. You can know me full free of doubt. In the beginning already, he gives you, this is what it's actually all about. What Bhagavad Gita is all about, what life is all about. You can see these two ladies, they are very happy. They are before they were devotees, maybe they were doing don't know what, but after devotees, sorry, they become very happy. And here we have the cow is very happy because he is next to Krishna's feet. And then this man is very happy because he's thinking about Krishna. And Arjuna is also very happy in the sense that he has a guru, Krishna. Who can be a better guru than Krishna? No one else. But Arjuna is very fortunate, isn't it? Huh? But we that time Krishna was there. But now Krishna is coming to us through the other gurus. Whatever they say is from they are actually speaking the truth and they are helping us. So you can know me free from doubt. Krishna is saying, don't waste time. Just understand Bhagavad Gita and follow. You don't have much time, you know. And then in 7.2, he said, I shall now declare this full, you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and numerous. That means totally. This being known, nothing further shall remain for you to know. Very, very clearly he's saying in these two verses, this is the essence of spiritual life. Okay, so we proceed. Okay, who would like to read this? Who hasn't read, please volunteer.
I can go, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay.
Manusyanam sahasreshu kashchit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kashchin mam veti tatvataha. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth.
Thank you. So you can see there are thousands of men. When hardly one of them even know, they are all going don't know where. But this one man here, he stands out because he is seeking the truth. He wants to know more. Basically, it's just a diagram of, it's just a picture to give you an understanding. So among thousands of men, out of 1,000 men, you may have one person who was looking for spiritual life. And among those who are looking for spiritual life and who have started the spiritual life, to know Krishna is actually quite difficult. You know, you may go into many, many other types of spiritual activities, spiritual organization. They're very hard to come to Krishna consciousness and Bhagavad Gita. That is what you say, unfortunateness of human beings in Kali Yuga. In the other yugas, there are not so many false gurus, and their materialistic religions are not so much there. But nowadays, the materialistic religions are very, very strong. You know, in a way, we can say that Christianity and Islam is also in that category because they want They want to enjoy heaven. Heaven actually for them is a place where it's very beautiful and you enjoy a lot. But basically that heaven could be the Deva planet. Unless they are intelligent and they understand that above that there is actually the Supreme Lord's planet. So that's the interesting thing they will, that means they become more confident. Okay, who would like to read this?
I read Prabhu. Krishna here. Text 7.4. Mir apu nalu vayu kam mano budir evacha ahankara iti ya me binna praktir astada. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, and the mind, intelligence, and false ego, all together, these 8 constitute my separated material energies.
Yeah, thank you. So first, Krishna, what he says about devotional service, and now he's talking about material nature. What the material nature is all about. It is a mixture of earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. What's the meaning of false ego? The false ego is I am the controller, I am the maker of my, I am the one who earns money and rules the world, my intelligence, all that. But a person who has real ego says Krishna is the controller for everything, everything belongs to him. I am his servant and I am doing as per his will. So whatever comes to me, whether it be intelligence, whether it be spiritual upliftment, all is actually by the mercy of Krishna. Okay, so this is the difference. You know that the material world is, you are not the controller. Krishna is the controller. Can you tell the earth to stop rotating? Cannot. Earth cannot stop rotating on your order. Even you are the biggest ruler in the whole world, you can't do it. Can you tell the rain to stop or start? Cannot. All this not possible. So basically all is by the control of Krishna. Okay. Okay, who would like to read this?
May I?
Yeah. Okay.
Aparayam itastvi anyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedam daryade jagat. Besides these, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind, which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So basically, Krishna says the material world is there, and higher than the material world is the spirit souls. If you don't have a spirit soul in the body cannot move. If the spirit soul leaves the body is gone. Nothing can work. You cannot go and manufacture a body. Not possible. So Krishna says there's a superior energy. That energy is part and parcel of Krishna. So these individual people, they are trying to make themselves happy by exploiting the world, trying to make money, trying to earn money, trying to make nice house, trying to do some nice business so that they can live a comfortable life. They think that just that alone is enough. I have a comfortable life and that's the purpose of life. But then whatever you get in this world, you have to leave behind. What you bring with you? You only bring bhakti with you. Spiritual progress you bring with you. So that's why Krishna is saying there's a superior energy and there's a inferior nature. The world is also part and parcel of Krishna, as we will see in the universal form of the Lord. Remember the universal form in chapter 11, if I'm not wrong. So that Krishna shows the universal, all the material things are also in him. Everything is in Krishna, but he is not in them. Later we'll come to that. Okay. Right now I just give you a recap. Okay. Who would like to read this? Who hasn't read yet?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can read. Idat yonini bhutani sarvaniti bandharaya aham krishnasya jagada prabhava pralayastava. All created beings have their source in these two natures of all that is material and all that is spiritual in this world. Know for certain that I am both the origin and the dissolution.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Krishna says, all these created beings have their source in two natures. One is material and one is spiritual, the Atma and the body. Okay. So know for certain that I am the origin and the dissolution. Krishna says, I created the world and I put in the spirit souls into the bodies, and I also take away the spirit souls from the bodies and destroy the world. So basically, Krishna is speaking about his supremeness. Okay, who would like to read this? Who hasn't read yet? Divya, you have read?
Yes, I can read, Prabhu.
Yeah.
But you need to guide me.
Okay. Mata
Mata
Parataram Nanya
parataram nanyat
Kinchit Asti
kinchit asti
Ananjaya
dhananjaya
Mai Sarvam
mayi sarvam
Idam Proktam
idam protam
Sutre Mani
sutre mani
Kana Iva.
gana iva. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on the thread.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So basically, Krishna says, I am the one. Like you want to make a pearl necklace, you need to have a thread, and you need the pearls, and then you need the hook. So basically, Krishna is saying that it's I am like the thread. I am holding everything together, the hook and the pearls. So basically, I am. There is no truth superior to me. Nothing is higher than me. So very nicely, Krishna is giving very fast all this nice information to us. So we just understand clearly. You look at the deeper part of it, you understand that what Krishna is actually telling. Okay. So then someone can read 7.8 to 7.11 from the Bhagavad Gita.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, would you like me to read?
Okay. 7.8 to 7.11, all this in English.
O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in ether and ability in man. 7.9. I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat in fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all aesthetics. 7.10. O son of Pritha, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men. 7.11. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of the Bharatas. Arjuna.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
So basically, Krishna is speaking that all these excellent qualities that the intelligent people are looking for the intelligence, he's providing. And the powerful people are looking for the strength, he's providing. And then the enjoyment in sex, the people are looking, he's providing. So basically, Krishna is saying that he is origin, the fragrance of the earth also he's providing. Heat on the fire, he's providing. Everything he is doing. And the aesthetics are people yogis, and they are doing the penances. He's giving the strength. So Krishna basically is doing everything. So everything is Krishna. Okay, nothing is without him. Okay, who would like to read this? Who hasn't read yet? Everyone read it?
Shall I read, sir?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Ye chaiva sattvika bhava rajasas tamasas cha ye mata evati tanvidhi na tva aham tesu te mai. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am, in one sense, everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they, on the contrary, are within me. Thank you.
Thank you. So Krishna is speaking now again another point. All these points one by one Krishna is bringing out in chapter 7. So chapter 7 is a very, very good chapter and very interesting. All chapters are good, but you just appreciate this chapter right now because we are on chapter 7. So he says that there are three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Everyone is doing this under these three modes. And because those three modes are manifested by my energy also. You need people in the mode of ignorance also to do a lot of labor work. So in that way, people need energy. Sometimes they are in the mode of ignorance, passion, more passion. Ignorance is actually people who don't work at all. They are just destroying their body. So anyway, these three things are controlling the nature, and is from Krishna's energy. And in a sense, I am one sense everything. Krishna says, everything I am, but I am not them. I'm not under the modes of material nature, for they are contrary are within me. So that's how Krishna is speaking, that everything is me, but I am not in them. I'm not contaminated by them. I create, but I am aloof. I don't get contaminated. When we do our work, sometimes we will get involved and we will get engrossed in it. But Krishna is above. He does it, and he's still not under Maya Devi. He is the controller of Maya Devi. So in this way, he never gets this illusion. Okay. Okay, who would like to read 7:13 from Bhagavad Gita and 7:14 here? Everyone read that? Okay, go second round. Mohan, you started the story, so we start with you.
Okay, Grand Prabhu. So you wanted text 13, right, Prabhu?
13 just English, and this one 14.
Okay. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes inobstably. And then number 14, text 14. And okay, Prabhu, I'll need your guidance for this, Prabhu.
Jaivihi esa
Daihi esa
gunamai
namai
mama maya
mama maya
duratyaya
duratyaya
mam eva ye
mam eva ye
prapadyante
prapadyante
mayam etam
mayam etam
tarantite.
karantite. This divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature, it's difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it.
Yeah, that's why when you want to go into the world and you want to look for the religious things and try and on your own find the truth, is not easy. At least you come to Bhagavad Gita and Krishna is the Guru and he's teaching you. In 7:13, Krishna says the three modes of material nature are all deluding us. We are all under the illusion of it. And when you become under their illusion, you will not be able to understand me. Because I am above the modes of and inexhaustible. My glories are inexhaustible, always new and non-ending. So he says the divine energy of mind consisting of three modes of material nature. Even the modes of material nature is from his divine energy, Maya Devi. Maya Devi is the divine energy of Krishna. It's difficult to overcome. It's difficult. You want to become a doctor, you have to go to school, exams, all this. It's difficult to become. But when you succeed, you become a doctor. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond. If you put your faith in Krishna, it is very much easy. Otherwise, problem. This is overcoming the material nature. Here we have this devotee, Markandeya Rishi. At the end of the world, he was in the ocean, the whole world was flooded, and he was swimming. Somehow another Krishna helped him come out of the ocean, material ocean. Okay, so here we have all these people, quicksand. Once you go in the quicksand, you get stuck. So you don't go into quicksand. And then you have people who like to do swimming a lot. That's okay. You know, especially if you go Jagannath Puri, you must swim in the ocean. It is said that if you swim in Jagannath Puri ocean, but be careful, the waves are very high. Careful. It seems that you will get a chance to go back to the spiritual world this very lifetime. So if you get to go to Jagannath Puri, you can go and see the deity of Lord Jagannath, and also make sure you swim in the ocean. Okay, so anyway, all these are different types of spots. So let's proceed. So then this there's also one story that without the mercy of someone superior, it's quite difficult to cross over the ocean of material suffering. Here you have this sparrow here, this small birdie here, you know. You have this small birdie. Can you see? There's a small bird here. And what happened? It had laid the egg near the shore. And then the ocean came and took the egg. And then he told the ocean, give me back the egg. Otherwise, I will take sand and put into you, and then you will be dry up. Of course, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Can you take sand and put in the ocean and dry up the ocean? No. But anyway, the bird thought, yes, can. So then the bird started taking the sand and throwing into the ocean. And then the Garuda saw the bird. And then he saw the bird doing, and he understood. Then he had pity because Garuda is actually also a bird. So he said, my little sister here is in trouble. So he told the ocean, Varuna, please give back the egg, otherwise I'll bring you up and you become dry. That one, immediately the Varuna took the egg and sent back to the bird. And the bird thought that actually because of herself, that the Varuna was very frightened again. But actually behind is Krishna. Krishna is Garuda. So basically, we may endeavor and we get the result. We think that because of our strength, we are getting, but actually Krishna is behind and he is giving. So idea is that, okay? So don't ever think you are the everything. Your intelligence also Krishna gave. Everything is Krishna gave. Okay, who would like to read this? Kashmini?
Yes, can Prabhu? Okay. Namam dushkriti no mudaha prapadyante naradamaha Maya prahitatyana asuram bhavamashritaha. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me.
So then Krishna is speaking, please surrender to me. Then he said there's one group of people who won't surrender to him. So you go and tell them, why you not surrender to me? They say, what they want to surrender? There is no God. So basically, when you get disturbed people, just leave them alone. You don't have to try and preach to them. Try and preach to people who are submissive and willing to listen. Okay, so basically these atheistic people are lowest among mankind because why? They don't believe in Krishna and they don't want to go back to the spiritual world. They think this material world has been created for their enjoyment. But they don't know actually they are not really enjoying, they are suffering a lot also. What's the point? In the end, you die, what you get? You just die, finish. So what's the point of going through so much trouble for what? So basically, there are these people who are foolish and their knowledge is stolen by illusion. Okay, next. Who's next?
Prabhu, can I read? Chaturvidaha bhajanti mam janaha sukirto arjuna arto jignasur artati jnani cha bharata sarva. O best among the Bharatas, four kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the absolute. Hare Krishna.
So this verse is very important. There are four types of people who come to devotional service. And first is the person who is very got problems. So he go to God, God, I got problem, please help me. He'll go to God. And then there's another one who is a desirer of wealth. God, I want money, and I'm finding it difficult. Can you help me get money? Okay, then you have the inquisitive. God, I want to know about you. Can you teach me? I want to know who you are, what am I here, all that. So you are inquisitive. So you go to the temple and you go to Bhagavad Gita and you go to Krishna to understand. And then those who are searching for the knowledge of the absolute. God, I want to know you. You see? So the inquisitive is why I'm here. The person who wants to know about God is, God, who are you? And knowledge about you. He wants to know about you. So here you have, here you have the story of Gajendra, the elephant. He was being bitten by the crocodile. You can see the crocodile. So then he was bitten by the crocodile. And then he was dying. He was fighting the crocodile. The crocodile was his enemy in his last life. So he saw this Gajendra, my enemy, fight him. I want to kill him. So then Gajendra was getting weak. The crocodile was very big also. You can see the size of the crocodile. So then finally, Gajendra, in his previous life, he was a devotee. So then he remembered some devotional prayers. He plucked lotus leaf and he offered to Lord Vishnu and said the prayers. Immediately, Lord Vishnu came, cut the crocodile and touched the elephant, Gajendra. And the Gajendra became a Deva, and the crocodile also became Deva. Because both of them were Devas in their previous life, because of some curse, they both became animals. So now because of the prayers of Gajendra, Krishna gave them the mercy and they became devas again and they went back to the deva planet. Okay, and then here we have Prahlad, the story of Prahlad. Prahlad was actually a son of a great king, Uttanapada. So then, what happened is this king had two wives. One is younger girl and one is older girl.
Prabhu, is it Dhruva Maharaj, right?
Yeah, Durva Maharaj, sorry. Yeah, this is Durva Maharaj. So Durva Maharaj, did I say Durva Maharaj or something else?
Said Prahlad, I think.
Oh, sorry. It's Durva Maharaj. Okay, so Durva Maharaj was the son of, thank you for rectifying because I was just running like a train. Okay, so then Durva Maharaj wanted to sit on his father's lap because his step brother also was sitting lah. He said, I also want to sit my father. You know? So then the wife, younger wife came and said, throw him out on the lap and say, you cannot sit on your father's lap. Only my son can sit. Because that's the problem, you know. The lady wanted her son to become the king after the king gives up the throne. But you know that the elder wife's son definitely has the first say, right? So that's the problem. But then she was the favorite of the king, and so she decided that she wanted her son to become the king, and she pushed this boy down to make him realize that he can never be a king, and that you know, he is inferior to her son. He said, you cannot sit on your father's lap unless I say so, and I will not give you the permission. If you want to sit on your father's lap, you commit suicide first and then get born through my stomach. Then only you got a chance to become, to sit on your father's lap. So terrible this lady is, you know. Just a small 5-year-old boy, you say things like this to the small 5-year-old boy, what do you think? But this boy was a special boy. He was very devotional in his last life. So this life, he is also a very big devotee actually. But he don't know. So then he went crying to his mother and said, mother, why is it that I cannot sit on my father's lap? You know, I am your son and I'm also the son of my father. So then mother said, you know what to do? I'm no more the favorite of the king. And so everything he listening to the younger wife. So what can I do? I'm helpless. But you know something that stronger than your father is Krishna. So you say, where is Krishna? Oh, Krishna is in the jungle. He always likes to go around in the jungle. So immediately he left. He left the palace. So determined he was. I am going to look for Krishna. And then he looking. Then he met Narada Muni. Narada Muni said, hey, little boy, where are you going? He said, I'm going to look for Lord Vishnu. At that time, they don't know Krishna because they only know Vishnu. Krishna only came later. So anyway, I'm looking for Vishnu. Hey, boy, this place full of dangerous animals. They will eat you. You cannot get Krishna so fast. Before you get also, you'll be eaten already. Now, what's the point? No, I am determined. Whatever, either I get Vishnu or I die, never mind. I'm determined. So the Narada said, okay, I give you mantra. You must say, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya all the time. So, and then you go and sit by the edge of this auspicious river. There's a nice river there. So Durva went and he started doing austerity. Those times you can do austerity, now cannot. You do austerity, you die. But he was like not eating so much, and after that he gave up not eating also. Then he ate only dry grass. After that he gave up eating dry grass. So much austerity he did that finally the whole world was shaking, and the Deva planet also was shaking. So then the Devas went to Lord Vishnu. Hey, Lord Vishnu, please help us. This austerity of this boy is so strong that he's also giving disturbance in our Deva planet. Please do something. And Lord Vishnu said, okay. So he went to see uh, Durva. And then what happened is, Durva, when he saw him, he fell down flat. And somehow or another, from his mind, beautiful prayers came. If you read the Bhagavatam, you will see all the prayers that Durva Maharaj was chanting. So basically, we all should have some prayers. If we see the Lord, remember some prayers. At least we can say some prayers. Okay, so now what happened is, okay, boy, what do you want? What a blessing you want? I'm very pleased with your austerity. He said, no, I don't want anything. I was thinking of getting the material things, a big kingdom. But then, and I see you, I feel that is very small, useless. I got the mercy of seeing you. That is actually the real purpose, the real wealth. I don't want that. He said, never mind. You go back to your father's kingdom, and you get the king will. He said, no, I want to be with you. He said, you cannot be with me. You have to go back. Just listen to me. And so he went back, and the father was so happy to get his son back. Immediately, he gave up his kingdom and told his son, you take over the kingdom. Because while he was doing austerity, the news of this great austerity of his son was reaching the king's ear. And the king actually is a devotee, whatever it is, he's under the control of his second wife, but still he's a devotee. What to do, even devotees can become under the control. So you can understand that. So sometimes, as husbands also, we have wives, so we also listen to them. We cannot snatch them. We must listen to them, follow what they say. And so we are also actually under their control. So there is no one who is really independent. We want, because a lady is also a devotee. So your wife is also a devotee. The husband of the girl is also a devotee. So you should always think that this my husband is a devotee or my wife is devotee, and then your marriage will become actually very good. Otherwise, when you think this wife supposed to do for me this, why is she not doing? No, you should think she's a devotee. Okay, so you talk nicely to her. When you go temple, you talk nicely to all the devotees. Then to your wife, you talk very funny. Same thing also for the wife. When she goes to the temple, she talk very nice to all the Mataji and everyone. But when she comes home, she becomes like very fierce to her husband. No, she must also think this is also a devotee. So must talk same soothing words and nice words, so that actually then the relationship is good. Otherwise, you think wife belong to me, husband belong to me. Why he is not doing this? What type of husband he is. No, you must think this is a devotee. Talk to her or talk to him. So in this way, then your life is nice. And here we have again, this is Bhagavatam was spoken in the Nameshwaram forest. And then, so these are people looking for inquisitive. And then these are the four Kumaras. These four Kumaras are looking for knowledge of Krishna. They were born from Brahma. Brahma created them, born from his mind, and he told them go and populate the world. While they were going to do it, they met Narada Muni, and then Narada Muni, they said, Narada Muni, can you tell us about God? And Narada Muni, is a very nice fellow. Whenever you ask him about God, he can speak hours, and he gave the full information about God. So once they realized that God is actually everything, they said, what for I have to get married? They went back to the father and said, sorry, we already know God. We don't need to populate the world. And then Brahma said, what nonsense, you four boys? I'm very angry. I was told by Lord Vishnu to populate the world, and I created you for that purpose. Now you are destroying my plan. And out of his anger, he created Sadashiva. So Lord Shiva was born from that. So all these stories are in the Bhagavad. So anyway, they are looking for the absolute. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, who would like to read 7.17 and 7.18? 7.17 from the book Bhagavad Gita and 7.18 Volunteer? Second round?
Ready, Prabhu?
Yeah, okay.
7.17 is it? Of these, the wise one who is in full knowledge, in union with me through pure devotional service is the best. For I am very dear to him, and he is dear to me. 7.18, you have to guide me, Prabhuji.
Okay. Udara sarva evaite
Udara sarva evaiti,
anitu atma eva
janitu vatmaiva,
me matam
me matam,
asita sahi
asita sahi,
yuktatma
yuktatma,
mam evanuttamam
mam evanutamam,
gatim.
gatim. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So we go back. Huh? Here you see 4 types of people. You see, when you even are distressed, you go to Krishna, slowly you will become a devotee. That's the secret. And then you are desiring wealth, you go to Krishna. It's better to go to Krishna. Somehow or another, he will make you change your heart and you become a devotee. And you are looking for you are inquisitive, you become devotee. And then you will know the Krishna, you become a devotee. So all these, you must go to Krishna. Don't go to devas. Basically, it's like that. Don't go to other people. Go to Krishna direct. Krishna can give you everything. And so then in 7:17 he said, of those one who is in full knowledge and always engaged in pure devotional service is the best. Basically, the other, if you are directly came to seek Krishna, that's the best. But other way also is good, because you will come to that level. You know, whatever it is, you went to Krishna. So then all these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous. All these people who come to me are undoubtedly who are situated in knowledge of me. I am actually Peter. Okay, hope you're okay. Being engaged in my transcendental service or devotional service, you will get me, the highest and most perfect good. So Krishna is telling you what is the meaning of your material body right in this verse. You are supposed to get the highest goal is to understand and engage in the transcendental service of Krishna. And then Krishna will come, Vishnu Dutas will come and bring you back to Krishna. So this is so nice. Otherwise, you don't become devotee, the Yamadutas come and bring you to Yamaraj. So then we have the yoga. We have karma yoga, jnana yoga, astanga yoga, bhakti yoga. This is the steps. The yoga means connection to Krishna. First is karma yoga is you lead principal life, renounce the results of one's work. You go higher, you meditate on Krishna. You go higher, you do meditate on the super soul, Krishna in the heart. And then finally, you serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead in your actions, and you always conscious of him. So this is the steps. Bhakti Yoga is the system that Gita recommends above all others. It is very simple, pure, easy to perform. One can begin simply by chanting Hare Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna delineates a number of yoga systems, karma, jnana, dana, and bhakti. One may compare the yoga system in this ladder. The process of linking oneself with the Supreme Lord is called yoga. Okay. All right. So far, any questions? So far, understand? Anyone has questions before we proceed? Because
Can understand, Prabhuji.
sometimes you may forget the question at the end of the class. So I'm giving you chance now. Can, huh? Okay, we go on. Okay. Who hasn't read second time, please volunteer.
Hey, Prabhu, can I volunteer?
Yes.
Hey, Prabhu, can you help me, guide me through this?
Bahunam
Bahunam
janmanam ante
janmanam antehe
jnanavan mam
janavam mam
pratyate
prapataye
vasudeva sarvam iti
vasudeva sarvam iti
mahatma
samahatma
sudurlabha.
sudurlabha. After many births and death, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare.
Yeah.
Thanks, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So many birth and death. So by the very fact that you already come to Bhagavad Gita, you have done many birth and death. So you are really now coming to actually the final step. If you take it up, you will go back to the spiritual world. You don't take it up, again you will have some more birth and death. So basically it's now up to you because the real knowledge is given to you now. You have come. So you are a very great soul and you are very rare to just come to Krishna conscious and Bhagavad Gita. So now it's up to you whether you are still have a lot of, you have the faith to take the final step. Okay, so that's the story. Okay, who would like to read 7, 20, 21, 22 from Bhagavad Gita?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, text 20. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. 21. I am in everyone's heart as the super soul. As soon as one desires to worship some demigods, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. 22. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigods and obtains his desires. But in actually, these benefits are bestowed by me alone.
So basically, Krishna says that if you are very materialistic, you want to enjoy the world, you don't have like, you don't think that following a spiritual life is enjoyable, and you don't think that is important, so then they will go to the devas and worship the devas. And because they are very materialistic, I am in the heart of them, so I make their faith in the deva very strong, so that at least they are in the Vedic civilization. Otherwise, they might go to some other some other religious point. At least when you come to the Deva, it's important to understand. When you come to the Deva, when you are a good, become a higher level, the Deva will actually send you to Krishna Bhakti. If you are a good devotee of Shiva, if you come to a higher level, where Shiva says, okay, you have already reached a higher level, so now for university, you go to Krishna. So basically, this is how the Devas work. They are not selfish people. They will help you become higher also. But you see, otherwise they cannot go straight to Krishna because they have so much desires. So they become faithful to the Devas. So in this way, endowed with such a faith, in 22, endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular Deva and obtain his desire. But actually, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. Actually, the benefit Krishna is giving. So you really want materialistic desires also go to Krishna. No need to go to Devas. Because once you satisfy Krishna, the Devas also get their share. They also become happy. Just like you water the roots of the plant, the whole tree becomes nourished. So when you do Krishna bhakti, or you go to Krishna, all the Devas are also satisfied. Okay, who would like to read this 23? Who hasn't read second time, please volunteer.
I will read, Prabhu.
Okay.
At antavat tu palam tesam tat bhavati alpha medasam devan deva yajo yanti mat bhakta yanti mam api. Men of the small intelligent worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet.
Yeah, so if you become a Deva worshipper, you come back to this material world next life. But you're still under the Vedic principles. It's better than not worshipping at all and being an atheist. Okay? The Deva worshipper is higher than the atheist. Lord Krishna gives what is good for us. Just like he's a father. The boy says, I want ice cream. Hey, no good for you lah. Okay lah. You want? Okay lah, I buy for you. So he buy. And then after he buys 3 ice cream, he adds and then he became sick. Then he thinks to himself, yeah, actually my father said you want no good lah, the ice cream. Of course, I'm not saying ice cream is no good, but don't overindulge lah, you know. Okay. Okay, who would like to read 24 from Bhagavad Gita and 25 here? Who hasn't read? Second.
May I?
Yes.
24. Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. 25. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samarvrita mudo yam nabi janati lokamam ajam avyayam. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. Hare Krishna.
So unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I am impersonal. That means Krishna is speaking very clearly that actually I have a form. Just like the sun has a form, the sunshine is the impersonal form, the Brahma Jyoti is the impersonal form. So some people think that the Brahma Jyoti is the Supreme Lord. So this is an illusion, which is Krishna is speaking very, very clearly and giving you in this 7th chapter. You see, so many points Krishna is covering. Amazing, isn't it? How we can cover so many points just in one chapter. So then, due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. So I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I'm covered by my internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infant. Those people who are foolish, they will put a bomb on their body. They will go to some place and bomb everyone and kill people and kill themselves. These are called the jihadis. And they think that they can go back to the spiritual world. Nowhere in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is speaking. They are called foolish, even though they say that I believe in God, I believe in Allah, but they are foolish. got no brain at all. Their brain has been gone already. They have been psychos, become like robots by the crazy people who are running their life. Tell the crazy people put a bomb on themselves and go and bomb. No, they will send these people who are foolish and put a bomb and kill. So everyone will go to hellish planets. This fellow will go, even the person who sent also will go. So these are actually very, very foolish people. They know nothing about spiritual life. They all have perverted idea about spiritual life. They should have actually come to Bhagavad Gita. At least they won't do such nonsense. But what to do? They have been brainwashed from young and gone into this type of philosophy. They are very unfortunate because they have to go hellish planets. No way they are going anywhere else. Okay, who would like to read 26, 27, and 28? Divya, or who else? Anyone else can go. 26, 27, 28.
Can I read, Prabhu?
Okay.
Okay. 26 is it? Oh Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me, no one knows. 27. O scion of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arisen from the desire and hate. 28. Yesam tvi antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dittaha vrataha. Persons who have accepted piously in previous lives and in this life and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated are freed from the dualities of delusion and they engage themselves in my service with determination.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So basically, what Krishna is saying in 26, Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna is re-establishing that he is the Supreme Personality of God. I know everything that happened in the past, all that is happened in the present, and all that is yet to come. I also know all living entities, but no one knows me. Krishna has also said the same thing again. He tells Arjuna, I know everything, but you don't. Remember? Can you remember? I know the past, present, future, but you don't know. When Arjuna asked Krishna, Krishna, how I know that you gave the Bhagavad Gita to the sun god? You are younger than the sun god because you are born now only. The sun was there before you. So anyway, this again, this one is already Krishna giving you the hint here. Later he tells you again the same thing. So anyway, I know all living entities, but no one knows me. I know everything, but people cannot, very hard to understand Krishna. Why? Because we can only have a relationship with Krishna with love. That's all. We cannot understand him because he is impossible to understand. He is the supreme whole. We can't. Our minds are very small. We cannot understand. So forget about it. Just serve him and do devotional service for him and be happy with him. O skin of Bharata, O conqueror of foe, all living entities are born into delusion. Delusion because we are born in the material world, bewildered by the dualities of desire and hate. In this material world, we have desire and we also have hate. These two things are very predominant in the material world. That binds us more to the material world. And then here Krishna is speaking in 28, persons who have acted piously in previous life. That's why all of you must have done previous life some piety. That's why you're coming to Bhagavad Gita and you're coming to Krishna conscious, and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated. So then, if you previous life, in the previous life, you have acted piously, you come to Krishna conscious, you're very fortunate. And you complete your journey now, and you get yourself free from the dualities of delusion, and you engage yourself in Krishna service with determination. We can see this Mataji, she is so happy, and she is so much found the reason to live and the reason of purpose of her life. This Prabhu also says, he knows the purpose of his life. He's happy. Okay. So now 29 and 30. Who would like to read? Any volunteers? Who hasn't read second time?
Would you like me to read Prabhuji?
Sure.
29 from Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
Intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and that take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. 30. Sadhibhutadidevam mam sadhiyagyam cha ye vidhu prayan kale api cha mam te vidhu yukta chetasaha. Those in full consciousness of me, who knew me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of material manifestation of the demigods and of all methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death.
Thank you, Mataji. So
Hare
29.
Krishna, Bhagavad Gita.
Krishna. Intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death. That means you don't want to get another old age, and you don't want to get another death. So you want to get liberated from this. You take in devotional service. They are actually Brahman. Brahman means you are situated in the spiritual platform. That's the meaning of Brahman. Because they know that this is entirely everything about transcendental activities. They are already practicing transcendental activities. And this is the last verse Krishna is giving the conclusion. He said, those in full consciousness of me, who know me as a supreme, to be the governing principle of material manifestation of the Devas and all matters of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. So basically, Krishna in this last word is summarizing what he has said. A lot of the points in this one verse, he has summarized a lot of the points. Do you realize that? Yeah? Okay. So if you want Srimad Bhagavatam, so many stories from Bhagavatam, it's a nice book to read. And if you want the Gita kit, do chanting if you have got. You can come temple. Temple is open every Sunday. Every day is open. You can come. Okay. Every Sunday you can come. Morning you get prasadam. Every day you can come. Last arti is at 8:30. You can come for the last arti and also get some prasad. Depends. Sometimes you get a lot. Sometimes it will depend on the crowd. Okay. So it's very nice. All of you have come and listened to this class. I pray that all of you become good devotees of Krishna and no need to come back to this material world, and that all of us one day will meet each other in the spiritual world and you'll remember, oh really, I remember you. Okay. So anyway, this is a nice thing to have. So hopefully we pray that all of you go back to the spiritual world. Any questions?
Thank you.
Anyone else has any questions? You like the